Okay, today's lesson is on the Spanish legacy that was left behind in Texas. The Spanish ruled in Texas for hundreds of years, and while they were here, they were a powerful force. They built towns, they explored the land, and they also founded missions. Spain also sent colonists from Europe to the Mexico area and to what we now know as Texas to settle the land. Their culture, their beliefs, their laws, their religion, and their customs have all had a major impact on Texas. Part of this would be through language. Many of our towns, rivers, and other geographic features around Texas tend to be of Spanish origin. This is one of the very first things we should think about when we're talking about the legacy that the Spanish left behind. Texas is very unique because of our Mexican roots. The Mexican people who settled Texas for Spain brought with them many religious ceremonies and festivals and traditions that still shape our culture today. The mission was Spain's main tool for colonizing Texas. They left behind this architecture for us. One purpose of the mission was to spread the Catholic religion. Other customs that were brought along were things like the breaking of a piñata at a birthday party, which continues to be popular all across the state. One popular Texas tradition that's been passed down by Tejanos over the generations is the quinceañera. A quinceañera is when a Mexican girl turns 15 years old and she celebrates her journey into womanhood with a special ceremony. The ranching industry here in Texas was also something that was very well saturated with Spanish words. Words like rodeo we get from the Spanish. We get lariat from the Spanish. We get bronco from the Spanish. All these are things that were left behind by the Spanish explorers. We also have a lot of our animals that were brought here from the Old World to the New World by the Spanish. Animals like cattle, sheep, and pigs, as well as a lot of other foods like grapes and asparagus and tomatoes. Speaking of food, our food here in Texas is very unique. It's a mixture of Texas cuisine and American cuisine and Mexican Indian foods. And together those make Tex-Mex. Originally, Tex-Mex got started with a taste for cabrito, which is kid goat, also barbacoa, carne seca, which is dried beef, and other products from the cattle culture that was brought over by the Spanish during that time period when exploration was happening. But now, this has changed into a heavy use of meat, mainly beef, but also other meats, beans, spices, tortillas, whether they be fried or baked. You have items like nachos, crispy tacos, crispy chalupas, chili con queso, chili con carne, chili gravy, fajitas. All of those things are Tex-Mex inventions. And when you go to a restaurant and a Tex-Mex restaurant serves you chips and salsa, that is a very Tex-Mex dish. Laws are also something that the Spanish brought with them, and it was one of the most important elements of the Spanish culture during the time period where Spain controlled Texas. One of them is the community property law. This law requires that married couples share equally in the property that they acquire while they are married. It's split 50-50. Another one is a law that concerns debtors to protect them from creditors. This basically says that a person's tools that they use for work cannot be taken from them when they cannot pay their debts. Your home is also protected under this from creditors. Okay, with this lesson you're going to have several other videos attached to it to help illustrate the facts of the Spanish legacy in Texas. Things that are going to go over language and food and culture that was left behind, as well as laws. Thanks for watching.